Welcome back, grade 11s. I hope you are comfortable and are ready to start with our first concept, which is called induction. Now let's look at the meaning of what induction is. Induction says that once the successful candidate has accepted the job offer and has signed the employment contract, the employee will go through a process of induction. Now you must note that induction will happen once the other human resource activities have happened. So this is when the business has recruited already the employee, they have gone through different interviews with different candidates, and they have selected now a new employee that will come and work or fill in the vacancy. Now, before they can start doing their actual job, they need to then be inducted. So in other words, they are introduced to different aspects of the business. That is why we are saying that induction is the process of introducing the new employee to the business. We also introduce them to fellow colleagues and also the work unit and the work that needs to be done. So in simple terms, you are showing the employee around. You are introducing them to different employees in the business, and then you are making sure that they are familiar with the layout of the business and the rules and regulations. It is also a process where the overview of the business and the general rules of the business are explained to the new employees. So we explain all the requirements, how to be professional, or what to do and what not to do. Now this, remember, happens before the individual or the employee starts the actual work. Now, why is it that we need to induct new employees? I'm sure you can already come up with answers in your head. If I am a new employee in a business and it's my first time coming into that environment, why do you think it is important for me for you rather as my owner or the business owner to induct or introduce me to the aspects of the business? It's said that it is to introduce the new employees to management and colleagues. Why? To establish relationships. So it makes it easier for me as a new employee to know who my managers are and who exactly I will be working with, so that when I do start working, it's easier for me to communicate with those people because I know them already. It is also to create opportunities for the new employee to explore different departments. Now, if I am hired as a new teacher, for example, during my induction, I will be able to see the different layout of the school. So I will know exactly where is the toilet, where is the administration office, and then where do I need to go when I need 1, 2, or 3. It is also to explain the safety regulations and rules so that the new employee will understand their role and their responsibilities in this regard. So maybe it might happen that during induction, the new employee will be told where not to go or what not to touch, for example. And then they will be told that in case of an emergency, this is the role that they need to play in order for them to make sure that they come out of the building safely, for example. It is also to communicate information about the products or the services of the organization. So here the new employee will be given a detailed explanation of what is it that is being sold in the business or what service is being offered and what is their responsibility in ensuring that that product or service is offered effectively and of quality. The purpose of induction is to also allow the new employee the opportunity to ask questions that will reduce insecurity, anxiety, or fear. So while I'm being inducted into the new environment, it is important for me to ask questions so that I know exactly what is required for me from the first day until I finish working. It is also to make the new employees to feel welcome by introducing them to their physical workspace. So like I said, if I am a new teacher in the environment, it is very important for the business to introduce me to the classrooms that I will be teaching, for example, and the employees that I will be working with, so that I feel welcome and part of the members of the staff. It is also to create a feeling of security. So when you are introduced to a new workspace, you are more secure, or in other words, you are assured that the workplace that you are going to be working at is safe, and you are not, or you are free from harm and other factors. It is also to ensure that the new employee becomes productive as soon as possible. So if you induct me to say, this is the class that you will be teaching, the grade that you will be teaching, or the subject, I am able to go home and prepare effectively, so that when I start working in day one, I know exactly what to do, where to go where I need something, and so forth. Why? Because I have already been familiarized with the workplace environment. Now, let's look now at what we call placement. Now, if you are following, you will note that induction, or placement rather, will only happen after induction has been done. Then when we look at the placement procedure, remember we are looking at the steps of how placement must be done. It says there that the new employee must be placed where he or she will add the most value to the business. So remember that when you have interviewed me, you have noted to say, maybe this teacher is very good at teaching business studies. So when you place me, it means you are going to place me where I am going to be teaching what I am good at, which is business studies. The placement procedure also outlines the specific responsibilities and expectations of the new position. So when you are placing me as the new employee, you will be able to outline to me what is required of me. So maybe my responsibility will be to say, I need to teach grade 11 business studies, and the expectation is that I need to obtain 100% pass rate, for example. It is also to determine the employee's strengths, weaknesses, skills, and interests by requesting them to complete various psychometric tests. So for example, I will be given maybe questions where I answer to find out what are my other strengths besides teaching business studies. So you might find out that I am very good at also maybe singing and dancing or playing sports. So this will contribute positively to the business. Therefore, if they know about it, they are able to place me in places where I will be most effective. Now, grade 11s, before we move to the next concept, I want you to think about a situation where you were new in an environment, and then what do you think happened that made you to feel more at ease in that new environment? It might be a new school that you have attended or anything. As you think about it, let's quickly head to an ad break, and I will see you soon.